on, Darby. Couple more miles, Butterfly Springs.
Let's get after it.
Camp's just about set up now. And my shelter is set up somewhat like a plow point. I have a 6 by 10 foot tarp on the top. That's a sidewall to a sunscreen that you can get, that I got at Walmart. And then I'm using my hammock on the ground because I like it close to the ground with a low silhouette. It's flat and it's comfortable. And I'm using the screen on it really as a bug screen. That's the main thing that I like about it. And then over here, you can see here's what it looks like inside. It's really nice and comfy in there. I'll show you later when I get into it and go to bed tonight. But it is so comfortable. And I'm keeping my supplies and camera stuff right here in this bag. And the other bag over here has food and things like that. And so I need to hang that up so that no animals get into it. I'll probably hang it on this tree right here, and that way if something does wander by and is interested in what's in there, I'll be able to see it from my shelter and maybe take pictures, which will be sort of neat. I think Darby's taking a little nap right now, a little siesta. But let's go see what his shelter looks like. Now this is a cool shelter back here. It's in the brush, so he won't get cold tonight because there won't be radiation of heat to the sky. And it's a Kilty Noah's Tarp 9. Looks like it's arranged like a plow point. Wonder what'll happen if I just sneak in here and look. Well, there he is sleeping. Now this is a nice, look at this reflective tarp here. That'll keep him nice and warm. And that Thermarest sleeping pad sure looks comfortable. Well, let's just let him continue to sleep. When he wakes up, maybe we'll bike a little bit. This is such a neat camping area with a shelter. Darby should be here pretty soon. Hey Darby! This is a cool shelter. There's even electricity to the hermit shack. What's that? There's electricity here. And then there are other places to camp down that way, in addition to this one. What's wrong with the tensioner?
It's way too loose.
Is there a bolt to tighten for it?
No. This is still day one, night one, however you want to put it. We're just making some dinner. We're going to have a mountain house meal, some lentils, coffee, tortillas, just generic camp stuff. But what we want to talk about real quick, me and Ken just had a conversation about it. I don't know if a lot of people know it or not. Mountain house meals are made for 2 people. I know there are people out there that can eat one by themselves. I'm a big fat dude. I can't. I just can't eat a whole one, so I wind up wasting half of one or close to half of one. So, you know, when those of us that know each other go out, we share them.
Well, something else that people don't realize is when they eat these meals, they often get stomach aches because they don't let them rehydrate enough. And if you eat it when it's a little crunchy, sure enough, in a few minutes after you've eaten it, you don't feel very good at all. Don't blame the mountain house meal. You didn't prepare it correctly. There's something else here. We have 2 different gas stoves. And this one, you have to be really careful. When you're screwing the top in, it releases a little bit of gas.
I just saw this tonight.
This releases gas, and if that stove were going first before I had closed this, we would have had a flame between the two. I've had that happen and actually catch on fire. So you have to be really careful with this sort of stove to make sure that when you connect the pieces together, that there isn't any other source of light, of flame, any other source of flame. Well, shall we see if this goes?
Didn't blow up.
And I'm going to try to stuff this big thing in my coffee cup. And then we'll drink the water afterwards. You know, when you're camping like this, you don't have extra water.
Oh, we didn't tell them. There's no water here. So we're up here for 3 days. We had to bring all of our water. Eating a roll light, that's why I'm talking funny. And that causes some issues with our long trip in because that water's heavy.
Yeah, and not only is it heavy, but it's pretty high in the center of gravity of the bike. And when you're in a little trail that has boulders in it, 6 inches around.
And the trail's only that wide to begin with.
Yeah, and ruts that go down 8 inches. It's interesting to maneuver.
But we had to bring, I don't know, we brought a couple of gallons of water with us up here. But
yeah, each of us had a couple.
Yeah. So what he was saying about he's going to cook this in here and then make coffee with it, we just can't afford to waste the water this weekend. So you want to take his plastic bag out there first? Or?
That might be a good idea. We could burn the tea. We finished dinner and enjoying a little campfire here.
If you look in the fire, if you saw that first clip they just showed of the fire, you'll see 2 cans in there. We don't leave them in the fire pit. What we do is when we make a little fire like this and we burn the cans, and that's just to get the scent out of the cans, all the flavor, all the stuff that any of the varmints would want. Then we take them out, cool them off, and we put them in a Ziploc bag, trash bag, and take them out with us. We just do that to stop the juices and attracting animals.
So it's part of camp sanitation.
Yeah. But don't leave them in the campfire because park rangers don't get paid to clean them up after you. Hey, Ken. Ken.
Hey.
Guess what I stole?
You got my camera. Hey, come over here.
You know, your camera's like 10 times bigger than mine. What are you doing?
I'm going to take pictures of the night sky, and you'll be able to see the stars move. And what I want to do is I need to have foreground. So this dead tree up there makes really good foreground. And I can see what the picture looks like. So after I get the camera set, I'm then going to put it down. And because I want to keep the camera going most of the night, I have an external battery that will keep this from discharging. I need to get down here so I can see what it looks like. Okay, so that's where I want it. I'm going to put rocks on these legs so the thing doesn't move once I get it set up.
And in case anybody was wondering, yes, Ken has smiley faces on his socks.
My daughter gave me those. You had to say that, didn't you?
It's gorgeous here.
Look at what's this little plant? Something so green. Oh, it's clover. No. This isn't clover. This is edible. Eat these. That's good. Try it. Darby.
No, I'm not going to eat that.
Oh, that's good.
You heard me.
It looks like clover, but it's a heart shape. What is it, guys? You need to know what this is. You've seen my videos. They're edible.
You're not supposed to go do videos to give them tests, Ken.
Okay, so we did find the water. This is where the frogs are. We got to come back here tomorrow when it's warmer, because we were hearing them croak.
Earlier, yeah.
Well, guys, it's time to hit the sack. Oh, let's see. Oh, guys, I'm all wrapped up inside my little cocoon. It's all comfy and warm. We'll see you guys in the morning. Sweet dreams. Good morning, guys. I just heard my first birds. I think it's time to get up. It was pretty comfortable in here. You know, not bad at all. The only problem was it's a little slippery, and so I kept sliding down. It's the slope is a little too steep. And so I'm slide down to the end of the hammock a little bit. But other than that, no problem. Oh, there's Darby. I thought I heard a human voice. How'd you sleep?
Like a baby.
Like a baby?
Like a baby.
Well, I
hard
slept,
and deep.
I slept pretty good, but I kept sliding down because, you know, it's a little, the slope.
Oh. What I found was my, I got that silver thing down on the bottom, and my air mattress and it want to
slip.
So I would roll over, and I would shoot that air mattress out, and I'd be laying there for a little bit, and I'd go, it's getting a little chilly. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Then I'd be like, oh, have to. But I slept good. It's so quiet here.
Yeah, it was quiet. I did hear coyotes last night.
I didn't.
One of the problems with biking is that you go too fast and you don't see what's happening around you off the road. And Darby was walking his bike and he found something really interesting here that we passed 3 times and never saw before. Look at this. Now this would be a nice little place to stay. There's a sidewalk that ends right there. This used to be somebody's house.
Yep, somebody lived here. There's a patio.
Even had electricity.
Did it?
Yeah, look.
Sure did.
Now this is a neat little pot. Wonder what it was used for. That's a tin can. Isn't it something?
Yeah, I don't even know what the... Maybe somebody that's watching one of our videos will know what it is.
Okay, so if you know what this is, let us know. And you know, this little house was wallpapered. Look at the wallpaper. Now the house has a concrete floor too, look.
Yeah, it's got a concrete floor,
Concrete floor.
sidewalk, and a concrete deck. It had electricity added afterwards.
You gonna ride down? It's pretty steep. The tarp shelter's all done. Everything's in here. This should be a quick build to make something like this. The one side of the tarp is connected to the bike. A key thing to remember is to tie your wheels so that they don't move, and the setup will be much simpler. And the tarp down the side, it's weighted with rocks. You can see it here from all sides. The side that's closed over here blocks the wind, the prevailing wind, so that it should be really comfortable here tonight. Now this is my first time to build something like this, and I would like to thank Darby, who's done this many times.
It's always a challenge. You've already figured it out. You just got to figure out what works best with your bike and bike frame and tarp. I mean, they're all different, but I think you did a fine job.
Well, I guess the proof will be how comfortable I am tonight.
In the pudding.
Now that's camouflage.
Yeah. I wouldn't have seen it if he hadn't moved. Okay, today Ken wanted to do a seep. As you can see here, we are in a dry creek bed. It's all dry rock as far as you can see. But we know from reading the context clues here that there's moisture in the dirt around it. See how dark the dirt is? So this creek has gone down. So what he's going to do is do a seep right here. That's the lowest spot we found, which should, of course, make it the easiest to dig down to the water. Oh, you're already getting water.
There's water in here.
That's not a fair seep.
So this is a seep. I think they call them gypsy wells sometimes. You know, in the UK.
Oh, over on that side.
Yeah, look. I'm glad we brought plenty of our own water, but
there's plenty
we
of
could
it
have
here.
drunk this.
Yeah.
Let it settle and there wouldn't be mud in it.
Of course, not to sound like a jerk, but the majority of the people that we've seen here would never know how to dig a seep. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the first time for me to dig a seep.
Yeah, but you had the concept. The problem that I see that most people do when they dig a seep is they don't make it big enough. And then they wind up having to stick a rag in there to suck up the water and drip it out or whatever. I like to have mine big enough where I can stick a cup into it.
Yeah, I'm going to stick a cup into it. Well, when this settles, I'll take a picture later maybe.
Right.
And I bet the water will be clear.
I can't believe that water was like 1 inch below the surface.
You know, we didn't see any surface water
No.
except over where I'm going to be sleeping tonight.
Yeah, but that's way up this creek bed.
Yeah, not right here off the road.
That water was like 1 inch below the surface. You know what that looks like, don't you?
No.
It looks like a Bear Grylls video. We set it up so we could do it.
We didn't set it up.
I know, but that's what it looks like.
That water's flowing in there like crazy. Well, all the cameras are set up and the shelter's all set and it's dark. So I'm going to bed. Come look at the shelter. The same as it was set up last night, but the shelter is held up with my bike. And it should be pretty comfortable. We'll see how it is sleeping on this rock tonight. Well, sweet dreams. What a beautiful view. I love the early morning hours. Hey, good morning, Darby. I didn't expect to see you here.
It's early.
I know. Well,
You already got everything taken down.
you said to pack up so we could leave at near sunrise.
Yeah.
That would, how many hours was it to get here?
Yeah, but it's only 4 miles out.
It's only 4 miles, but the terrain's a little rugged, as you can see. And look at this cliff we're on.
Yeah. How do you sleep over here?
Pretty good, actually. It was warm and soft, and the contours in here actually did fit my butt. I was able to sleep. It was more comfortable than the other. I think because of the...
Oh, yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, that's what made the difference. And it was warmer last night,
Now,
too.
ironically, I slept worse tonight
Really?
because my air mattress had gotten low.
Oh.
So when I was packing up this morning, I picked up my air mattress, and normally it's like a surfboard.
Yeah.
When I picked it up, it went, yeah.
I noticed, look, I learned how to practice. Just practice.
It's all
Practice is the most important thing you can do. Well, let's go look at the seep over here.
I just checked it out on my way in. It looks good. You're gonna like
Okay,
it.
well, I think we're gonna make coffee with it.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ride down this.
Chicken. I wouldn't ride in. You get right there.
Looks like the water's cleared up.
Yeah, I checked it on my way over to your camp this morning. Oh, that's crystal clear. How's it smell?
Smells good. I'm gonna boil it and have coffee.
That's the way to do it.
The water's boiling, so I can put my drink in. Nothing like chocolate and coffee. Ah,
I know you're boiling over.
I'm boiling over. Gotta get a glove.
He had a slight disaster. His package wasn't open and it boiled over, so I've taken the camera from him so I can use 2 hands. Good Lord, Ken, we're in the middle of a spruce forest and I can smell that chocolate.
Now that looks good.
That water was clear too, wasn't it?
It was clear. Not anymore. I think I'm gonna wait for a minute for it to cool off, but this is good. It's a good way to start a day.
It sure is. Natural water.
You know, we didn't have to bring all that bottled water in. We should just
I
use
don't
the
know.
seep.
I think it was a good exercise to carry an extra 10, 15 pounds worth of water that we didn't need.
You can't imagine what that trail was like when we went in.
I did my morning video when I was talking about how much water we carried and that we took the long, hard trail in. And
Look, the ruts were so deep, the pedals were scraping against the rocks.
and we were hitting rocks so hard and so big that it was hitting on the rims of our tires. It was bam, bam. It was horrible. I guess we won't see each other again until Tennessee.
Tennessee, the Spring Meetup. You know, we already have 100 people who've registered, and so we're officially full, but there's a wait list. And so if you register on the wait list, you'll be able to get in, because I'm guessing a few people will release their spots.
I know I've got some spots reserved that I'm going to be releasing because some people just change their mind and they can't make it because of work and such. So if you want to go and it's already booked up, which Ken says it already is, go ahead and get on the wait list. As these things get released, you'll be moved up on the list. And you don't want to miss the Spring Meetup. That is a riot. Well, you ready to get out of here?
Well, let's go.
All right.